You have one unheard message.
Okay, it's 3 a.m. My shoes are gone. Was there, and my Uber rating is definitely a 0. You are not ready for this story.
Hi guys, it's Davis Rowe, and welcome back to another episode of It's Always Something. So I just went on spring break, so we have some shit to spill, but honestly, I took a new approach, and I didn't go to Cabo and shake ass at Mango Deck like I feel like you're supposed to do on spring break. Me and my friends went to Hawaii. We weren't really planning on drinking. What we were planning on doing was laying on the beach and just shrooming all day. We brought a lot of mushrooms to Hawaii, so you can only imagine the vibes we were on. It was very whimsical. So we just got back from spring break in Hawaii, and you're never gonna guess what happened. Well, first off, I met a boy, and I took him home and tried to low-key fuck him in my bunk bed, which it's like Hawaii, you're overseas, so my bottom bunkmate just, went on a little boat ride. No shame in that. Might not have been a yacht, but a boat's a boat. And then we went to the gay strip clubs. I brought Bunk Bed Man to the gay strip clubs, which was pretty awesome. All in the same night. Yeah, the strip club led to the bunk bed, which he ended up leaving in 5 minutes because I guess he didn't want to fuck in a bunk bed. And before the strip clubs and the bunk bed was the luau, where we took a bunch of mushrooms for the luau. And that was an experience in its own. And then I had to hop on a flight to Kauai, which is another island in Hawaii. And then we went there. We went on this boat cruise, but it was literally like the Titanic. It almost flipped over. There was 9-foot swells, which is yeah, I mean, Bunk Bed Man was 6'5", so I can compare that, pretty fucking tall. Oh, but he was texting me the whole time. Well, no, I wasn't even say he was texting me. It's just he did the complete opposite vibe as me, as he went to Mexico to just black out and enjoy the Mexican pharmacy, Right. Yeah, I guess, but I don't think he was thinking of much, There's not a lot up there. And I think it was a process of elimination. And it's it's either me or Madden, So, and Madden can't, so shit. So currently, I just got back from all of that. So the fact I am not at the spa or in a menstrual institution is honestly shocking. Oh yeah, a menstrual institution. Yeah, honestly. A mental institution is where I should be, but we took a flight from Hawaii, out of Kauai last night. It literally feels like that was I don't know. I was going to say a week ago, but it also feel like I just got off the flight. So I don't know. I'm all over the place, but we landed at 11 a.m. No, that's p.m. We landed at 11 p.m. last night and Ubered straight back to my house. I passed out. I ordered Shake Shack and I fell asleep with my chicken sandwich in my hand. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. and continued to eat the chicken sandwich, which I feel like you would do too. If you woke up and there's a chicken sandwich in your hand, you're going to eat it. Same way if there's a vape in my hand, I'm going to rip it. I feel like it makes sense. And then I woke up again, chicken sandwich was gone, of course, at 7 a.m. And I was like, holy fuck, I have a train in 2 hours. The train is taking me to Los Angeles, where I am right now. Hi, Los Angeles. And then I'm Ubering from here to go to LAX to take a red eye to Florida. So a lot of travel plans. And then, of course, I had a call with my team this morning and they're asking me so what's going on? You leave for Coachella on Thursday. And I'm like, oh my God, that's this week. Yeah, that's this week. And then it's okay, so what's your exam schedule, Davis? That's a good question. I have an exam on Tuesday. So it's currently Saturday. It's Friday. So I don't even know what day it is. It's currently Friday. I have a red eye that gets me in Saturday morning. I'm getting my hair done in Sarasota on Sunday because yes, I would fly if I was it's how fly would you fly for your sneaky link? Wait, how far would you go? Bitch, I'd fly. The things I would do for my hair, I would hitchhike. I would hitchhike to get my hair done, And I need the weave for Bieberchella. What's JB gonna pull on if I don't have a weave, So that's kind of the travel plans going on there. But then it's then we have Easter Monday. And I keep telling people oh my God, my mom wants to spend Easter with me. And which seems so proper and holy. Well, not even, that's not the verbiage of it. My mom doesn't give a fuck to spend Easter with me, honestly. I'm just using that as an excuse. I'm I need to go home from Easter. I don't even think my parents knew it was Easter. Easter is one of those holidays that people are am I alone in this? Not to get into Easter really quick, but Easter is one of those things that I feel like just like is a myth. There's a lot of things I call myths in this life. Solar panels, that's a myth. They don't do shit. Windmills, they don't do shit. I should write it down. I actually like commonly say to my friends, like my list of myths, like if they were here, they would list a few off to you. But I need to write it in my notes app and then I could go rapid fire. But there's just so many things that are myths. Like, a 6'2" man who isn't a dickhead. It's a myth. They don't exist. Pigeons. A little mythy for sure. But there's definitely ones that are way more up there than pigeons. Like the solar panels, those get me. Like, you really think those solar panels are doing something? Oh, this is another one. The other planets. Yeah, because those exist. Are you kidding? I don't fucking believe it. Like the moon, okay, because you can see it. Sure. The sun, it's there. The other planets, Jupiter, Venus, Mars, bitch, are we fucking serious? Myths. So those are my travel plans. Definitely not going to space anytime soon, as clearly it doesn't exist. I feel like space is a myth. Like, you're telling me I go up there and then all of a sudden, I don't know. It's just a little mythy to me, if you ask. But yeah, I need to figure out when I'm coming back from Sarasota, because I do only have about 24 hours there, but it like needed to be done. Need is a funny word in my vocabulary because it's like, my dad's sitting here. You don't need to get a facial and get your hair done. You don't need to get your nails done, but I do. Like, I feel like, to each their own. To each their own. That's a good quote to use. So right now I'm planning on flying back about Monday or Tuesday. I have an exam Tuesday morning. I don't have my flight yet. So, we'll see. And then I have that guy who like buys me my flights, but it's like, I've never even met him in person. And it's not that I feel bad. It's just, I am considerate, like if someone wants to buy you a flight, like let them buy the flight. And my friends are like, well, he offered. Well, no, he offered because I asked. So that's where it gets a little shaky. And it's like, I can only use my boy flight credit so many times. And it's like, do I want it to go home to Europe or do I want a first class flight to Europe this summer? You got to pick your battles. And I'm just not sure what battle that is I want to engage in just yet. But I'm currently flying myself home. No man is doing it. But honestly, me and my friends were getting into a debate. Actually, no, I think I saw it on a Dear Media podcast, actually. Some podcast clip I just saw. It might have been a Dear Media one of two girls talking about if a man is flying you to see him, should he pay for the flight? And I have mixed opinions about that. Part of me thinks a man should absolutely pay for everything. Like if you are with a man, like he's paying for everything. At least he should offer, I think. That's my main point here, is he at least should offer. But I also think, in a weird way, it's a privilege to pay for my drink. It's a privilege to pay for me. Like there's men, on that same note, there's men who have like kinks of paying for women. Like I get DMs all the time from men being like, and yes, don't get me wrong, 90% of them are fake, but I'm literally sitting on the beach in Hawaii the other day and Gracie's taking photos of me and she goes, let's say his name was Kevin. I don't even remember the name. She goes, why did some man named Kevin just Venmo you $200? I posted the receipts, not the receipts, what do you call it? Like the time frame on my private story because I just thought it was hilarious. It's some man DMing me at like, let's say 1:58. And he's like, 1:58. He's like, hey, what's your Venmo? I'd love to send you some money so I can buy you some things. 2:02, I respond. So like 3 minutes later, I'm like, this is my Venmo. Gracie's taking those photos of me at like 2:05. The Venmo comes in. So my point here is men like to pay for things and it's fucking weird. But in that same breath, I also think like, it's a privilege to pay for me, So I think if I was going to visit a man and I had to fly to see him, he damn well should fucking offer. But unless we're like dating at that point, I'd also want to kind of girl boss him and like big dick him and be like, but I got it, So that's my opinion on that. So before I get into spring break, I want to talk a little bit about Coachella because it's a very new thing for me. Last year or the last 2 years I've been to Coachella, I've went weekend 2 because I did not want to be at the Battle of the Influencers. But that also was because I wasn't invited to be at the Battle of the Influencers, It's the first year I am like going as an influencer, which is just like fucking weird for me. I literally posted on my private story again. My private story, me talking about something you're not on. That's kind of mean of me. But I posted on there and I was like, I fucking hate influencers. Like they piss me the fuck off and I'm literally one of them. And let me explain when I say that before I like start a cat fight. But it's like, you know exactly what I'm saying. It's just, to me, it's so like unreal. And it's like, you see, like, sometimes I just have to laugh at myself. Like, I'm there, like, trying to get a good picture, like, trying to get, like, a good intro, like, vlogging, and, like, people are just trying to, like, get to work or, like, go pick up their kid from school. And here I am, like, mogging on my phone, and it's like, what are you doing? But little do they know, like, you're making money, so it's fine. That's why I feel like it's, like, once you do start to make money on social media, people's opinions of your social media and, like, what the fuck are they doing really don't matter. But it's just still weird for me. I'm still figuring it out. And the fact I'm going with a brand is, like, of course, something I've always dreamed of. But at the same time, it's like, I want to say, no, I'm definitely not embarrassed about it. That's a bad word for it because I am super proud. But it's definitely going to be a unique experience. And at first, I was going to go with this brand that apparently is no longer going to Coachella. But maybe they just said that because they didn't want to take me anymore. And they were going to pay me to go to Coachella, which is just fucking insane. And like part of the package they were doing is this full VIP experience. So what they wanted me to be showing was like my VIP Coachella experience. So they were gonna like have a shuttle, like a golf cart that took me right to the festival, which is just, if you know anything about Coachella, getting to and from is a fucking nightmare. So that would have been really nice. And I had somewhere to stay. But it's like, I've never even I have been on a brand trip, but I stayed in my own room. Like going to like an influencer brand trip, staying in a house with all these other influencers, like would be fucking terrifying. Like, are people going to ask me like, what's my price for a reel? Are people going to ask me like, what's my good angle? Do you know this TikTok dance? Like, can you get on all fours and bark? Like, I don't know what's going to be asked of me. And now I'm going with Outcast to Coachella, which is one of my favorite brands. They do everything so well. I went to a Tate McRae concert with them and it was like a great experience. Like they just know what they're doing with hosting events. And I was very well taken care of, but all is they're giving me, not all, like that sounds so wrong, but all I am getting is a band for Coachella. So it was like, you have to figure out how to get to the desert because I don't have a car. So it's like, guess I'm hitchhiking. And there's no place, they didn't give me a place to stay, which again, like that is, they don't need to, like literally like the fact they're even giving me anything to do with Coachella, I'm so beyond grateful. But because of that, I was like, okay, so where do I stay? What do I do? None of my friends are going to Coachella. So I texted my best friend, Allie, who I went abroad with, who needs to come on the fucking podcast because like her name in my phone is Evil Twin. Like she is my fucking evil twin. I was just talking to Gracie about Coachella and I was like, dude, no one's going to be there to babysit me. And she's like, bro, talk about babysitting. Like Allie's going to be sitting there encouraging the fuck out of you to do the most awful shit and then we'll join in with you. Like it's like, it's not even Dumb and Dumber. It's like Devil and Deviler. Like it's something for sure. So I'm going with Allie and all her U of A friends, which was funny. I actually was like planning this as I was like in bed with my ex-boyfriend and he's like, you're not doing that. What? We know damn well you don't tell me what to do, you know? It was actually, my friends were laughing because in Hawaii, I like called him one day and he was like asking me stuff and I said to him, which I didn't even think this was a bar, but they were like, this is a bar. And sometimes he calls me and like at the end of the day, like everyone has been the person on the other line. You know, everyone has been both sides of the story, I'm about to say. So like no judgment. And also like when alcohol is involved in situations, I honestly don't hold anyone too accountable because like, would I rub my vagina on the Vegas casino floor if I wasn't drunk? Probably not, you know? So you do things you're not the proudest of or that you would normally do when you're drunk versus sober. But he calls me and he's just like whining and saying all this bullshit. And I just say in the phone, I'm like, if you want to act like you have a vagina next time we fuck, like I'm going to put a strap on and fuck you. You know, if you want to be the chick, I will do the fucking next time we have sex, which I feel like is a valid statement. Of course, like all my friends, they're dying laughing because, you know, most people when they're on the phone with the man, they're not just like saying it how it fucking is. And that's one thing I will always do. Say it exactly how it fucking is. So, you know, that was something for sure. Crazy take. I'd rather be in the fucking mosh pit with a bunch of tweak-a-leakers than like behind the booth. At first, it was so fun to be like staring at the back of a DJ's head. Like, wow, so fun to do that for hours. But at the end of the day, it's a fucking status thing. You are not having more fun behind the DJ booth than you are in the crowd. And if you are, your friends are fucking boring. You don't know how to fucking dance and move your body, or you're just a fucking poser, you know? And have I been a poser before? Are you kidding? Strike a pose, I'm there. But in that same breath, the times I have been in the crowd, like getting down and fucking dirty, those are the times to be alive, you know? And all of my friends are also like GA tickets because that's just the way to go. Like if you're going to Coachella, like just fucking go to Coachella, have fun and dance. Like You don't need this special ticket or that special ticket. You just need good friends. And then you'll have the time of your life. The first year I went, I had a GA fucking ticket, weekend 2, time of my fucking life. Last year I went, we had like artist bands and we were like so proper. We couldn't get too fucked up. Fuck that. Like, I want to be rolling around on the Coachella floor, and you can't really be doing that when you're around these important people. So that's kind of how I take of it. But yeah, Coachella should be interesting, and hopefully I'm fitted because I have absolutely no outfits. But let's get into the Hawaii debrief. So I went to Hawaii, and we went to this freshman dorm party, and it was like a University of Hawaii party. We went to the dorms, and then we Ubered to this club, and all of my friends blacked out before even getting to the club. Why? You're at a freshman year dorm party, you're gonna black out. There's nothing better to do. We get there, we're waiting in the line, we finally get in. I kid you not, the second I step into the club, my Gracie comes and grabs me and she's like, one of our homies is throwing up behind the car, you need to come. So then I was like there, like holding her hair back, and she's just like puking, as one does when they're too fucked up. And we're just like laughing. Like, and then these girls come up to me as I'm like holding my friend's hair back, and they're like, oh my God, I love you on TikTok. And I'm like talking to them, chatting them up as I'm literally like one hand on my friend's hair, one hand ripping my vape. And then my friend, I passed her off to Gracie. So then Gracie's holding her hair, and I go and I talk to these girls, and they're like asking me something, and it's a little fuzzy. Like, I was a little drunk too. And I somehow like, I maybe I gave her like a what's in my bag tour. Like, I don't know. But all of a sudden I'm showing her this like new wallet I got. Just like a habit I picked up from my mom. If there is someone to tell my mom they like something that like she has on her body, if it can be taken off, she will give it to you. Like, we were in Mykonos, and she had all these really cool rings on. And the woman, like the clerk, is that what it's called? A clerk checking her out of the store was like, I love your rings. My mom was like, have them, girl. And gave her all her rings. So I'm giving this girl like a what's in my bag tour. And I just got this new wallet from this really sick brand called Cowboy something. And they just, like, they sent, like, Ashton Earl always wears them. It's just like really cool girl stuff. So they gave me this wallet, and it said like trophy wife all over it. And it was really cool. So I give her the wallet, right? And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. This is so fucking sick. And I'm like, oh my God, have it. Like, now whenever you use it, you can think of me, like, so cute. And then I like proceed to be like, oh wait, one more thing. And I like shove $5 in the wallet. Like, that's almost insulting in a way. Like, did she need my $5 unless it was to like roll it up and go snort something in the bathroom? Like, no, baby did not need $5. I mean, I don't know her financial situation, but at the end of the day, if you're going to hand anyone $5, like, it's, unless it's a man on the side of the street with a hat, like, it's a little, not humiliating. I just kind of think it was maybe like, baby, wear your social cues. Like, and then we left. Obviously, that's what you do when you're done at the club. We left because all my friends were just like dropping like flies. And then we get home, and I filmed like the world's biggest Taco Bell mukbang. I ordered food for everyone, but everyone went to bed. So then it was just me and Gracie versus like $90 of Taco Bell. And of course we ate it all. We actually filmed a mukbang, which is on Gracie's account, which, like, imagine the fear when I like am a little confused as to what happened the night before. And then I wake up and see like a full production Taco Bell mukbang, like filmed in 0.5 back camera, like production. Mukbang and all, like cheese sauce on my face. My digital footprint is fucked, is my point. But like, honestly, no, I think that's me in my true form, and take it or leave it. That's the quote of this episode. Take it or leave it. And then the next day we woke up and we just decided to beach all day because we'd clearly been a little through it. We took shrooms and then went to the beach in Hawaii, which was phenomenal, amazing experience, which we do those Cali caps, which I tell you guys about all the time. Like, they're completely legal. They sell them like just at a store, like, because they're 0.25. They're like made for microdosing, and me and my friends just call them laughing gummies. And then after that, we drove an hour and a half to McDonald's, which me and Emily, when we were in Europe, her dad finds this story fucking hilarious. We were in Europe for 2 weeks and went to like Michelin star restaurants, right? Like, did all, like, we're foodies. So we did all of the things, like the best restaurants, had the best reservations. And her dad can confidently tell you, I can confidently tell you, Emily can confidently tell you, the most happy he saw us is when we stopped in Switzerland at McDonald's. Me and Emily spent like $105 at Switzerland McDonald's. We bought like out of pocket, like it didn't come with the meal. We spent like an extra $20 to get like a bunch of toys they had. And those kept us entertained from the whole drive to Switzerland to Amsterdam, which if you watch my Europe podcast, you'll know why we did that drive. But so excited about McDonald's. So when we told her dad we were driving an hour from McDonald's, he was like, I'm not surprised at all. But it's this like iconic McDonald's that has like this insane fucking view. So we got a Happy Meal and then like flicked up with the view. And that was pretty fun. And then that night was the luau. And we didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into with this luau. It wasn't cheap. It was like $200. But then we like booked the wrong one, I guess, because Kayla was on the phone like all morning with these luau people trying to like figure out what the fuck was going on, because we plug in the place for the luau and it's like an hour and a half away from us, probably next to the McDonald's. And we're like, fuck. So we like call them and try to switch it to the luau that was like right next to us in Waikiki where we were staying. Because why would you go to a luau nowhere near where you're staying? Good question. But then come to find out, because all the luau's near us were like in hotels, right? So like very, not really local, made for tourists. Not that the other luau was for locals, because no locals are going to a luau. But it was like a full blown, the only thing they offered was the luau. So we get there and it's like in the middle of nowhere, and they have a whole thing of land just for the luau. So it was honestly pretty cool. Until all of a sudden it's like literally families and little booger childs running around, and we're like tripping dick on these shrooms all in. We got like these electric green, neon green, electric, I don't know, same shit, t-shirts. So we stood out like a goddamn sore thumb, or a booger, if you will. And we're all like dying laughing. Gracie's like always the mom of the group. So she's like tweaking, being like, can you guys shut the fuck up and take this seriously? And they're like on stage doing like, in the luau, they like make weird noises. It's like Moana in real life. So like, hi, and obviously like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna giggle. But then you don't want to be disrespectful and think you're like laughing at them. So it's like, hey, can you guys laugh too so we can be laughing together? No one else was laughing. And then all of a sudden they call us up on stage. So then we actually got a video of it. This was the nicest thing ever. We get called on stage, our whole group. And then when we sit back down, the woman who was at the table next to us was like, I hope it's okay. Like I grabbed one of your phones and filmed it for you. So the whole thing is on video and everyone's like actually luauing, and we're like tweak-a-leaking in the corner, like doing God, like the fucking, what's that one? The Macarena? Yeah. Like what are you doing? And then we went home. We also like, the luau we made the luau BYOB. We brought like water bottles of tequila and just, went to town. There was these two boys. I called them Chad and Brad. Why? Because they look like a Chad and a fucking Brad. You can paint the fucking picture. My type is a Chad to a T. Like the stereotype, the typical douchebag, backwards hat. Like, yeah. Sadly, that is my type. And I saw Chad and Brad on the beach and I was like, hi, Eiffel Tower. Like, let's go to Paris tonight. So then when we went out that night after the luau, Brad was sick or something. So only Chad could come. So then, we go out. Okay. It's me, my friends, and Chad. Where do we go? A gay strip club. Like my friend who lives locally there who took us out was like, this is the spot. And talking to a boy for the first time in a club is already hard enough because there's like so much noise, obviously. But then we're at the gay strip clubs, then, like a dick hits him in the face. And it's like, oh, sorry, Chad. And then we ended up leaving there. I was crawling on this man like a jungle gym. He was so strong. One thing, like, this is a funny little story that goes with what I'm about to say. So I'll quickly say it. You don't really know that something's so great, I feel like, until you like haven't been experiencing it. Like if I've had like terrible chicken my whole life and then I eat really good chicken, like I'm going to be like, oh my God, that chicken has been so bad before this good chicken. I haven't really taken a full bite yet. I'm just saying I could crawl on that man like a jungle gym. And then I say this to my friends and they're like, Davis, you are like 105 pounds. I'm like, see, but like, seriously, you are like not a heavy girl. Like a man should be able to lift you up. Right. And I said that to my ex one time. I'm like, you literally can't pick me up. He's like, what are you talking about? Yes, I can. I'm like, I just don't feel secure. When he picks me up, like, I feel like I'm going to fall and break something. Okay. And then fast forward like 3 months after I said this comment to him, I'm talking to Gia, and Gia and my ex-boyfriend go to the same gym. And she's like, yeah, I always see your ex in the gym. And I'm like, and he's just not one of those boys I could imagine in the gym. And I'm like, so what does he do in the gym? And she's like, it's so funny. Like he's always hitting arms. Every time I'm in the gym, he's at the arm machine. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. I know I'm always talking about my ex and it's like, blah, blah. And like, honestly, if I was watching, I'd be like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, it's an ex for a reason. Move on and shut the fuck up. But I honestly just think it's super funny. Like, entertaining. Sorry, I have nothing better to do. No, I honestly, like, I'm a really busy girl with so many better things to do. So maybe I should, like, get my priorities straight. But, like, at the end of the day, I'm always in it for the plot. Like, when people DM me and, like, oh my God, should I fuck my ex? Like, part of me is like, no, girl, you're so much better than that. But at that same breath, like, reduce, reuse, recycle. I don't know, honestly. Then we went on this boat, right? Gracie had thought she booked a 60-foot yacht. That's what she said. Yacht day, we're going on a 60-foot yacht. It's like the men in your DMs. When someone says it's a 60-foot yacht, 9 out of 10 times it's a fucking sailboat or it's like a cormorant. Cormorant, yeah, that's what you call it. Cormorant, yeah. Cormorant. Catamaran. Okay, that made me sound stupid. I literally, when I went to the Galapagos Islands, we stayed on a catamaran for a week. And I remember when I was little, like, loving it because you can, like, swim under the boat. So I honestly should have remembered that. But we show up and it's a catamaran, no problem, right? Like, I'm not going to be fucking picky about my 60-footer boat. But when you're expecting to have, like, a huge fucking yacht and then you pull up to a cormorant, like, I guess it's a little disappointing. Like, I sound like a fucking spoiled brat, but what's fucking new, I guess. And then they say, like, but this was after we already had paid, you know? And they're like, it's going to be a little rocky. Like, if you get seasick, take your medication now. It's going to be a little rocky. When I tell you, it was 10-foot swells. So if you know anything about water and boats, like, these waves were fucking huge. And then it's like pouring rain too. So Kayla is like literally just throwing up the whole time, as is everyone else. Like, we were up, like, sitting by the captain, me and Emily and Gia, because we don't get seasick. We turn around to the back of the boat. This boat probably had like 30 people on it. We turn around, there's like 15 people, all look like they have the plague, like hanging overboard, just throwing up. Like, it was just like a throw up cruise. It was disgusting. They need to, like, but the crew was so incredibly nice, like, handled it so well. Like, literally would be there, like, holding your hair back if you needed it. We're like on constant call, like, as if it was like a private crew on a boat, like getting you any drinks you need, coming up, taking your glass, filling it up, like brought the Savi B right to me and is like refilling my glass every second. So the crew really did make up for it, but it's like, you guys need to put like tsunami warning on your website because like that was insane. That was the most crazy boat ride I've ever been on. It was like a trip from hell, honestly. There was no point where it was chill. We like drove to one end of the coast, stopped, ate lunch, snorkeled, and then drove back. But that eating lunch and snorkeling experience was like 45 minutes and it was a 5-hour boat ride. So that it's 2 hours there through hell. Like, you are literally like, you can't be in the front of the boat because you would get like tsunamied, like so much water just splashing the front of the boat. Insane. Okay. Then we get to the snorkel. We're fine. Everyone's kind of chilling. And then we have to go back through the fucking tundra. Kayla is like, I'm going to sit on the front of the boat and try and feel better. All of a sudden she gets hit with a fucking huge tsunami wave. Is like butt fucked. Is that a good expression here? Soaked. Like, absolutely soaking wet. So then she's like sick, throwing up, and now soaking fucking wet. I felt so bad for her. I'll actually insert a photo of her post tsunami. It was really funny. That was a whole experience in its own. Like, then he just texted me again, my ex-boyfriend. I can't even say this out loud. Also, like, do you see all the texts and like I'm not responding? So he's just spamming me. The spams are like, I'm sorry, I've been so drunk this trip. Then he tells me what I just read you. And now he just said, I fucking hate you. We're done forever. Imagine a man texting you that. Like, you're a little boy. Like, it's just like, and it's like, bro, I can't even care anymore. Like, I don't, but like, I don't block him because I honestly just kind of find it funny. But I think at some point I have to like, honestly, like, take the wheel from him and like block it because it's like, getting kind of sad at this point. But like, what? Okay. I'm podcasting. Can you give me a second? But what I want to touch on is Honolulu versus Kauai because those are the two places we went. So Kauai was super jungle, like it gives no technology. And then Honolulu, I was like shopping at Chrome Hearts. So complete different vibe. Honolulu was so sick. Like, I didn't know it was like city vibes. So you're in Hawaii, which is obviously the beach, but then they have this huge city, which had some of the sickest shopping I've ever attended. It was amazing. So as much as like I was in Hawaii and my friends were like, so what did you like better? Did you like the jungle, like mountain, like legit feel like you're in Hawaii vibe? Or did you like the city shopping at Chrome Hearts? Sadly, I think you know my answer. I really liked Honolulu because I liked the shopping, but it's like you don't go to Hawaii to go to Chrome Hearts. You don't. I do, okay? So, to each their own. That's our saying for this episode. So that was kind of my Hawaii debrief and everything I did. Okay, guys, that is all I have for you today. I'm pretty sure this is coming out Coachella weekend, like Coachella's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, this will be out on the Friday of Coachella. So next week, you have the Coachella debrief to look forward to, because I don't even know what the fuck is going to happen with that. But I think it's going to be the craziest weekend I've had in a long, long time, which is saying something. I mean, I'm going to be with my evil twin. So shit's going to be devious. Let's just say I'm going to be Devious Davis instead of Diva Davis this fucking weekend. So that is something to majorly look forward to, as well as I'll be back home for a few days. So before the whole Coachella debrief, I will be posting so much content on my TikTok of me and my mother, who we know and we love. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you. Block your ex-boyfriend. Go get a martini. Kiss your girlfriends and have the best weekend ever. I love you, bitches. Stay hot, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.